work by a doggo and I sneeze sneeze sneeze.
So, I did a little mining off. Since last time, I fixed. Hello, Donut. I did a little off stream, right? I fixed loading the leaderboard from the JSON file, so you can now see your old scores. Well, thank you, Menace. I added a rudimentary sort in there, nothing fancy, just sorting based off score, so it doesn't matter what order stuff goes into the leaderboard file. And also, it caps at 10, so if you happen to manually edit it and put like 50 scores in, it only shows the top. I don't know how useful that is, but it's useful for now at least. Also, I've added a sort of mock for actually saving something. Oh, and I've done some improvements on here, so when you finish typing 3 letters, it automatically shoves you to the save and quit. And it also only shows you the little, you see the little blinking light? It only shows you that when you're on a setting that actually changes that key. You know? Just a little quality of life. Nice bye, crabs. I might have done this on stream, I don't remember, but I fixed the left and right. I think I did this on stream. But yeah, that's nice. Logo sort. But yeah, if you get a score that's good enough to go on the leaderboard, it'll go in there so you can see it's working. And ideally, this is where you'd save the file, but I hadn't, like, I gave up because I was waiting for Donut. I was asking him how his JSON serialization. I can show you that very quickly. I was doing this on my laptop, so I have nothing open. The power of Git, huh? What was it? I think it's score table? Your reply was late. I mean, it's not really on you. Thank you for replying. I think I did enough work off stream. This is new. This is from the SRT. Oh. Anyway, looks like it's going to be vocals, doesn't it? Where am I looking? Score details view. I think there's something called like asset manager. Yeah. Alright. So this is the loading. As you can see, that was working okay. Rats tomorrow. I'll ask if Chris wants to. I Blank has asked for rats tomorrow. Is that okay? Oh my, I'm quite tired. Oh yeah. Anyway, I did this loading, whatever, and the world's smallest little sort, Lambda. This is nice. It does make me feel very happy that I get to use Kotlin and Swift at work though, because you just do something like or whatever. Like, I don't remember the exact syntax, but they really have fixed this sort of stuff in the future. We've eaten Monhangu. How long did that take? Anyway, that's that. I wanted to save here though, and this is kind of where I got stuck to. You actually see, when you do save a score, it does know which one is new. See? So I just C++ has stuff, so you don't need to explicitly type begin and end. Oh, nice. Okay. Anyway, this is fine. It's just a little fiddly to find for the first time. There's nothing wrong with this, though. Anyway, yeah, you can see these are the entries that we want to save. So I just need a way to serialize that. You are cordially invited to play the entire game yourself. I'm not going to play Monster Hunter Goo right now. It took a long time, but mostly because Debbie's busy. That's fair. It's grindier than the games you played, but also more freeing, and the hunter styles are fresh. Is GU not the one that was on, like, the fucking Game Boy? I don't know. Anyway, the text that Donut sent. Thank you. You can do something like this, alternatively if your value type isn't JSON serializable. I'm not serializing a primitive, I'm serializing an object, but the object's made up of primitives. You know, it's basically just a couple of... It could be equated to a couple of strings. You want to take it by const reference? Yeah, probably. There's all sorts I didn't do, but it worked for now. There's a little bodge. Aerial, hunting horn, and valor greatsword. He says okay to rats tomorrow. Ideally I want it to be JSON serializable. So presumably I'll be using this top section. Save leaderboard entry. Otherwise it will copy the entire leaderboard entry. Oh, it even says... You know, my Mac IntelliSense does not work. I wasn't getting these options. So that's interesting. Wait, why is there a void? I guess JSON serialize just loads it into the stream now. I assume that I can somehow write a way for entries to entirely be put in there. Then you get the string and then you pop it in the file path. And how Clang works seems to depend a lot on environmental factors. Yeah, it's unfortunate. What? Wait. Leaderboard entry is just a struct. I can use... I don't know what class this is from, so hopefully it's just in Donut somewhere. Wait, hang on, that's not... That's some odd syntax. Struct donut JSON serializer my type. I guess I'm making a separate serializer. Instead of making this thing into a like Swift, where you do this and then you'd write some fun to code it. You see why people like Goo more than Wild, but holy heck, you feel the age. How old is it? It's the one where you can play as the cats. That's... I guess this should go at the top. It's a template specialization of Donut JSON. How does that work? Oh, it is deserialized. No, it's not. Deserializer of a leaderboard entry. Actually, no, this has to be below because this doesn't exist yet. Oh, hang on, this is deserializer. Using. Basically, there's a struct template in the Donut JSON template, sorry, namespace called serializer that's unimplemented. If you provide your own specialization or a type, it can use that when it needs to be in the global namespace. Why not need to put? You just write template like that, huh? Maybe I should have a class somewhere called like serializers. This becomes an issue. You just write any string you want. Ah, that's not bad then. Serializers lowercase. Sorry. Should this not be like an overridden method, an overridden function? Is that not really a thing? Whereas there's a bunch of methods for writing different types of JSON values. Oh yeah. I wouldn't force you to inherit from a virtual interface, which would add overhead. I don't remember if it was a double or what. So do you just check that the method exists called serialize? It's not like type safe. Serialize here I could do anything with it. And you just call it and it would potentially crash. When you do JSON.write, how it's writing a number, but how does it know the name? Do I need to also write? How does it know the tag? This is just the key. Sorry, how does it know the key? This is just the value. I also have to do writer. Does this? Is it just this? This is for writing a single JSON value, not necessarily a key pair as in an object. Sorry, what in JSON does not have a key except for an array? Well, yeah. Everything in JSON is key value, right? What do you mean for just writing this right-hand side? What does this do? It just formats it in here. So I do need to write JSON write. Hang on. How does this work? Have you used a lot of JSON libraries? Because this is completely different to any other one I've used. You want your leaderboard entry to be serialized as a JSON object that you can use writer.write object at the top level. Elements. Wait, at the top level? You mean I just get out of here? Have you used any JSON libraries in C++? No, but I've used all the popular ones for Java, Kotlin, and Swift, and none of them work like this. So I'm wondering where you got your styling from. Because normally, if you use even like the basic Java one, right? You just have Java JSON objects and JSON arrays, and all of those always take either a JSON array is just a list of JSON objects, where JSON object has a key and a value, and that's it. They keep it simple. What's the point of just writing a value by itself? Unless the value itself is another JSON object. Is this just to cast it and make sure it's cast correctly? Man, it really wants me to stay on here, huh? Do you think I can just do JSON writer? No, at top level I only have a writer in here, so I do need to do it. Writer.write number, make sure it's correctly formatted as a JSON number. So am I meant to use it like write object? Am I meant to do... I don't know. I don't remember. Name. Comma. This? That seems a little odd. Value. Filter key. It's odd that you have a... Is this like the root? Does the writer consider it as the root? Wait, is there not like a concept of a JSON object in this? It's very, very functional. which is fine. But I guess I'm used to a more oopy approach. Oh, you got pretty printing in here. Example. This is quite a simple JSON file, right? What is it? It's just this. It's a very simple file. There's a root object called entries, which is an array. And each element in this array, the JSON object of this leaderboard, each which has a name, score, continues use ticks. So it shouldn't be too hard. How does your thing work? Like if I pass in a vector of objects which have this serialize template, does it understand that it wants to be a vector like this, or is that maybe a bit much? I'll send you an example of how I did it in the scoreboard format in Donatsu Game. Oh, thank you. Because this is very simple, but this is going to get a lot more complicated if I need to write anything else. Like this is a few layers deep. And this wouldn't be too hard to implement in the Java JSON or whatever. It would be quite trivial to do this in JSON, or it's been codable. Oh, like this seems like it's gonna fucking... It isn't a map-like type. What do you mean? Everything here is a key and a value. I'll wait and see what you wrote. I have no issue with just writing the JSON out myself, but I'm wondering how your life worked. Figured if you've written the serializer, I should try and use it. Deserializer is quite nice. It isn't a range that implements begin and end, so you can iterate the key pairs. No, it's a struct. It's the most basic form of data storage. Oh, you do just write it, Mac. It doesn't have reflection yet, so you can't iterate the fields of the structs to get them. Yeah, which is why I accepted that maybe I could just write them in pairs. You'd have some kind of JSON object idea that has key and value, where key is a string and value is a JSON or whatever. And then that's your JSON object, and then you can write JSON objects within those. You can have an array of them. I mean, you just do like... whatever. Anyway, fine. I will not do this then, for now. I'll just write it manually. How have you got your writer? Save leaderboard entry. We have an output string. We need a JSON writer. And we write our stuff in here. And we create a file and pop it in. Could have added a helper like writer.writeProperty, but it's not too different from writing the key in a thing and a value. There it is. It ensures that you do it the right way every single time. And you can write error checking into that function, so that you're right. The right format. Anyway. You had a good thing going with the serializer though. Put the example to a serialization. Just do this in the meantime. So I had something to work with then. I mean, I think this will just work, honestly. I don't really want to get too... for every entry in entries, we can just do these, or these. Name. This is fun. I'm going to use write string instead of write to get quotes. Yeah, this is going to put quotes around everything. I think this is fine. Let's keep it easy. This is simple enough. Frank, I'm trying to serialize some JSON data. And it circumvents the API design. Yeah? What did you send me? How is this? Do you like it when it's serializer? I guess I can shove this stuff in this. Is that how it should work? You just write writer.write object, and then in data, I bring this stuff back. Does write object automatically come with these? I'm gonna guess not. The API design, did you try standard quoted? Is that just a string that's quoted? He works with IO streams. Alright, I do see what you're doing, Donut, but would you consider this nicer? I see what you've got. This is it, right? This is his JSON. I guess you're using the right string to avoid having to do this escaping, but it's gonna start getting very annoying when there's like a lot more than just 4 data types in each thing, right? It's nicer in the sense that you can just use JSON serial. Yeah, no, I'm not I'm not talking about the serialized. I like this serialized thing. That's cool. This is almost like an extension. I mean, writing this versus this one line. I'm all for splitting one complex line into multiple smaller lines. But I'm wondering what your argument is for... Right property helper. I think I'll do that. Because I would like to do something like this. Just have the name, and then it will have name. No, entry.name. This is how I'd like to do it. How can I extend in C++? It's not a thing, right? Or did you say that there was something? Is that how this template nonsense works? How do I extend your method? You can write a free function. I guess it doesn't have to be on writer. I can just have write property. Sure. It's not quite as Swifty, but I guess this is. Is a free function what, just like floating out of the namespace? I don't know what the type is. Local lambda. No, I'll use it elsewhere. I think this would be good. I should have a JSON helper somewhere. I think I even have a utilities class somewhere. I'll just leave it in here for now. What is a JSON type in your library? Let's just say it's a string. Just pop this stuff in. We'll write your key and we'll write your value. Why are you complaining? Unknown type. Donut. Jason. E. Okay. Fine. And then, so I should just be able to do this. Right property, no member, yeah. Oh, it's a value. No matching function. String, writer. You can take value by as constant auto value. Ooh. So you do just have serial, it should just work. Nice. Oh, this is where your generic is. Okay. I like that then. That's really nice. I'd consider putting this into your API. I think this is a little friendlier. Alright, do I just need to build first before it can realize that this exists? No. No matching sorry. You want a writer, a key, and a value. You got a writer, you got a key, and you got a value. What is your complaint? Maybe it's something before it that's broken. Just do this. And use used, fix, store. Used, fix, store. Making sure to add commas after each one except the last one. I'm sure you can make. Maybe I should shove this in a namespace somewhere. Did I have a utilities? Utilities. Let's just pop it in here for now. It's already in the namespace after all. And I think it includes the donut stuff. That's not woolen. WouHou. Well, this is not necessary. Unless I do need to static cast them. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, in JSON, is it in the version that you support? Is it illegal to have that trailing comma? Sometimes they don't mind. I thought modern JSON you could allow that. Or you could always just remove the last comma. Just write everything. This is the issue with you having the right property directly modifying a string. Instead of having these be added as members to some JSON object, which then has a write function, which would know. You know what I'm getting at? Like if it just had some number of values and it didn't actually write to a string until you asked it to. You know? Because then you just know, oh, I have 4 members. Why are you complaining, sorry? Write property is not a member of WouHou. Utilities. Write property. I guess I want... Hang on, actually, what's wrong with you? Does it maybe not have the utilities? Where is utilities even being included, huh? Get wrapped text. Oh, this isn't being used. I'll mark it as deleted for now. Your final comma is unnecessary. Does every keyboard have a different hash? Where is it? I think it's up one. What's the syntax for this? Just one dot? Where are you? Asset manager. You're just in game. I want you to go up one and then down. Guessing this is not it. It is 2 dots. Why did 2 dots not allowed earlier? Included header is not used directly. Sorry, what do you mean it's not used directly? Being used... Right. Am I in the wrong file? Oh, it is an asset manager, isn't it? No, it's in data. Hang on. There we go. Right, stop complaining. Complain it will. Cannot convert from const char 6. No overmatching function found. Okay, it has found it though. I think because this is the data thing, I'm actually just going to leave it in data. Because it's like the data class. You recommend making it inline to avoid ODR issues. ODR? It won't matter because const auto makes it a template, but it's kind of brittle to rely on. ODR? Alright, this may need to be cast. Yeah. One definition. What, in case there's something else with the same name? Did it even compile? No matching overloaded function found. Explain yourself though. You have a writer, you have a string, you have a value of any type. It's in the WouHou namespace. Value is being accessed? Reference? Can I not write the score directly? Perhaps this is the only issue. Maybe you want... Oh, hang on. Not score, sorry. Maybe you want to be a C string. You want to take the string by const reference. Oh yeah. Non-constant allow mutable values. Right. Well, this is immutable. Maybe if I build again. Okay, that... Could be a standard string view without any reference. Can you re-explain what the difference between string view is? Is string view just a string that only has a getter, not... So it's functionally... Oh, nice. Functionally a const. Why are you complaining now? Illegal indirection in donut. Standard string owns its data and can allocate it to the heap. The string view is just a pointer. And its length. Okay, it does not like this. I don't think that. It should be rated at serialize. You want to be really programmatic about it. You could have writer.start array, writer.end array, writer.start bracket, writer.end bracket. That's a thing in some language, right? Like Ruby or something? I think it's Ruby. Where you say it's like this, I think, is it? You say it's like the start of a, like context. Yeah, that's what you wrote above, but for object. Hang on, let me have another look at what you have right in the... If it works, it works. In reference, you automatically adding commas in the right places. You wrote, I guess it's doable if I require you to surround it with writer.begin object and writer.end object. Oh, you're considering doing it. Does write property, what are you doing here? Okay. Can you not delete something once you've written it, huh? That's annoying. I'll do for now. Hell. Failed to create file. Save. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about this. What's the proper way to use your... I know you're building on top of the... Right. I know you're building on whatever library. XFS. And they have like append file, write file, etc, etc. But how do I use that within your library? What's the correct way here? Because this file will most likely exist. There will probably be a score there. If not, yeah, we can make one, but create file is correct. But it gave an error. You might have to create the directory first. Well, this file already exists. That's true. You may have to create the directory, like if they delete it, I guess. But it does exist right now. Like it's here. This file. You're able to read from it. That's how I load the leaderboard. I should be able to write back with the same file path, right? I guess I can first do... I think you had like a does file exist or something, right? It will write to whatever is mounted as the right directory, so make sure that is set to what you expect. I'm expecting it to work because it's able to read from it here. It's the same file path. It should be the same file path. It would be quite weird if I read the leaderboard from a different location that it was saved in, right? Probably somewhere in your app data folder. Why is read and write different, Donut? That would probably explain why I can't find it, I guess. We're gonna say if the file doesn't exist, we should like create it somehow. Just gonna create the directory. Is that in main, maybe? Mount priority of data directory relative to output directory. That's how it works. You have one write directory, but you can have multiple read directories, so you can mount multiple mod folders. Okay. Right now I'm not doing anything that may be modded. I'm writing a file that I want to read from. You know, like a file system. Mount priority of archive search relative to data. This work. Physics F. You have to specify it manually. Yeah, where? Apps in here. Data directory.save. What directory? Is it this stuff? Do these just... How does this work? Data directory is data. Mount priority of data directory relative to output directory. Data versus archive search. Yes. We'll have to spend a donut. It's called file. Template. Manually set mount output directory to do file system dot the output directory data. Let's try that. Oh. It did indeed break. The actual, it did save. It did save though. As you can see. There's no comma between values. Yeah, I forgot to do that. That was my next to my thing to do. This is cool. I'm enjoying this. Actually, you had like a new line thing, right? With smart for loops in C++, how do I get this with index? Is there like a, you know... what you did in your entries, for example. False. So it doesn't do a comma for the first one. Surely it should do. Can I not just do like no, just the comma is at the start. Oh, that's weird. To find this out though, how do I get the index of this within this smart for loop? C++ index. Am I using C++ 20? Can I do this? Something like that. So if there's 4 entries, 0 you write a comma, 1 you write a comma, 2 you write a comma, 3 you don't write a comma. I don't know, this says that this might work. Although this might break because the actual original JSON file is broken, so I'll actually have to fix that. Have to be size -1. Yeah? Alright. If I have an array with 3 items in it, then on the 4th item I would be 3 still, I guess. Yeah. Index isn't incremented. Did I? Oh, you still have to manually increment it. That's fair enough. Okay, we're not quite there yet. C++, you'll get there. We'll catch up to 2015 Swift one day. Actually, I don't know when they added ranged indexes in. Hey, look! They creatively made a file. Brilliant. How does the JSON look? It looks a little stupid. It's almost there. Honestly, it might be good enough for now. It's not meant to be read by a human anymore. Your thing's able to parse it. I wonder if there's a way to run Clang format on this JSON file. Just ship that with my game. That'd be funny. Making runes? I've been making RuneScape games. No, I played for 5 minutes. And got really lucky. I got the fake Bandos tacits, which are just better than my current trousers, objectively. Even the defenses are better, and they're meant to have the defensive stat of paper. Not quite it. It's starting to look a little messy. I'm definitely seeing some patterns emerging. Start object, end object, that sort of thing. This looks fine though. Could even add some incurrenting. I'm not about to keep track of how deep this takes. 2 seconds. Format adjust. Good enough. And it saves and loads. How does it work if I delete the leaderboard.json? How does it handle that? Obviously loading the leaderboard fails. We need to have a way to handle that. Load leaderboard entries. So we'll do Where's file system being? Oh, it's just owned. So leaderboard entries. It doesn't exist. I am just going to create it. I'm guessing that this doesn't create an empty file, but if it doesn't exist, I'm just going to turn it as well. What does it need to return? A set of entries. Because there's nothing, right? If we look in the data folder over here into save, look. Strange that it thinks this is a file, but whatever, or a folder, but whatever. Mission denied. Oh, do I need to let go of it? Create directory file system dot. Do I need to do this? No. How goes the programming? It's going. How does this work? It's like not allowed. It's still got a lock on it, a write lock. Mission denied. You're creating the whole file name as a directory. So your function create directory does not go down the directory to create every folder within it and then eventually a file. It's just whatever this decides it is. Do I have to do this? Create directory creates a directory. Oh, it doesn't. It's like create directory, including every folder before it. Called create file path. Sure. Quite as smart as I'd like, but that's fine. Does file exists in consider a directory as a file? I'm assuming so. If save doesn't exist, do this. File doesn't exist, create the file. This looks okay. I do always wanted to make both of these. And I do want it to just return. I think this is... What are you complaining about? Just need to like discard file you make. Like that. Mission denied. I guess you shouldn't make it no discard. That's fine. An API fix you can quite easily. Expected an object. I guess it exists, but it has nothing in it. So the next time I come through, how about instead of, I guess you don't need to create anything. That makes sense. That should be in the save section. So when you're loading, if this stuff doesn't exist, create the directory save and return. And if the file path itself doesn't exist, create the file, return entry. I mean, the first time you come through, it'll do this. Or... Let me just do this. I'll make this a little bit less stupid. Just give me a second, I'll come back to this. Create the file, create the directory, and then create the file. I think this is fine. It's pointless, really, but it feels a bit better for me. So if the save directory doesn't exist, obviously the directory nor the file exists, so leave. And if just, you know, the directory does exist, but the file itself doesn't exist, then create it and leave, whatever, move on. Or do we even want to create it? I think that was the issue, right? We were thinking there's not really much point in creating it because there's no leaderboard. So we actually are just going to return. Yeah, unnecessary to create it. So if either the directory is missing or the file path is missing, we just leave. That's easy. Can be made const. That's great. Okay. This is easy. If save doesn't exist, make the directory. If the file doesn't exist, create the file. Easy. We're going to delete this JSON. We're going to hit run. You think only the second check is necessary? Does the second check if the save folder exists or not? Does file path include if save is missing? If so, when I do create file, does it create the directory file? It says create a file in the output directory. So would this, if the save folder got deleted, this would create the save folder. So this is the function I was looking for earlier. This would see that there's a directory called save that doesn't exist, create it, and then create the file. No, you meant in the load function. Alright. I'm just gonna get on with this then for now. Leaderboard, fine. Nothing there, as expected. Name entry, QQQ, save and quit. Now it's there. Leaderboard, it's there. Name entry. No. In this case, you probably only want to check since the file will be created at the end anyway. Yeah, that's true. Just that will work, yeah. Alright. So let's try something a little dangerous. I've got this stuff in Git anyway. Going to delete the save folder entirely. Leaderboard still correctly has nothing in it. Name entry. Can't create it for writing, permission denied. Why is that? Data, it did create the save folder. Oh, but why wouldn't you write into it? I guess this. Well, actually, no, that. Oh, I mean, this is just incorrect. Yeah, we can just get rid of that. It's good to me. Awesome. Cool. Let's add the ability to delete a save file if you don't want it anymore. For some reason, I can't imagine this is going to be that popular, but this should do something, right? So let's do that. I still haven't watched. I think this is in score details view. Actually, I think I can write it in here. Save. Do I have delete? No. Well, see how I want to do this. Detail and delete. You just have a single leaderboard entry, huh? What I really want this to do is write like, are you sure? And then, okay. Would return you to leaderboard, but delete. Well, let's do that. I really like the send console message thing we've got here. So I had this optional of entry to save. I'm gonna do entry to delete as well. I like it. Feels very functional. Alright, so entry to delete. I actually can basically reuse this I've already got. I think it's called scoreboard or table. Entry to save. Go to leaderboard is in game. So I'm gonna do something like this as well. To delete. Delete entry equals delete. Now I need to work out how to delete that. Does C++ just let you do that? I don't know if it's literally it should be a reference from the original. Like ideally leaderboard is just held in one place. So I should just be able to do... Oh, that's not it. I don't think it's going to be this easy. This is ideally what I'd do, right? You just do that in the most brain dead way possible. But obviously standard vector wouldn't probably work that way. I think it does have an ability to remove something though. But I'd need to go through and remove something at a certain place. Erase? Where? I guess I could iterate through. Either I can have a hash. I probably should have a hash for each score, honestly. Like, or even like a UUID or something. And then like, that would be quite trivial. But no. Oh, it would work if delete entry had an equality comparison. Oh, maybe I can do that then. No conversion from entry to constant. Leaderboard entry. Oh, can I not? Quality comparison. Oh, it's never easy, huh? To use standard find. works. Expo excuse me? Have a look. If we find it, then we erase it. Okay. With find, does it iterate all the way to the end if it can't find it? And that, how do you know that the last item isn't the one that it's looking for? Or is end always one over? End means one past one. Okay. Is the issue that entries isn't a comparable one? Just need a comparison operator. Can I add using declaration to... I don't think that's the issue. Could not match pair. Okay, optional thing that stands for execution policy. Please find it and ask the comparison as a lambda. I'd like to do that. And is it just a lambda as simple as left-hand side, right-hand side? I feel like I used that somewhere else. Maybe even here. Okay, is there like another, like a fourth element? Find if first, last predicate. Okay, what does a predicate look like? I'm gonna guess that it's something like this. Also LHS, RHS. Oh, maybe not even left hand side, right hand side. Maybe just auto entry. Return or entry dot name for now, maybe. Something like that. What's that? Oh, it is a left-hand side and right-hand side, but that's how you do a sort. I think that is where I was using it actually. I think I had a sort somewhere. Was it in Asset Manager? Yeah, I did this. Wait, why did I do standard begin instead of entry stop? Ah, yeah. How do I capture delete entry in here? Stand and begin are effectively the same. Begin is more flexible because it works with some folks. Okay. I need to now pass in. I've got the entries here. I'm guessing that makes one of the sides. I also need to have the comparison with this. Can I just pass that in? That doesn't seem right. This is where you capture context, right? I guess it is context. I'm gonna Google this. The find if takes a single argument and then you'll compare it directly against delete entry. So it is what I originally wrote then, right? Are you... Cannot be... Is it because you're not captured? Yeah, okay. So we're capturing it by reference. We're passing it into this comparison. I mean, this would be all of context, right? But we can just... That should be it, right? This is like my favorite song soundtrack. So we're trying to delete one of these. I mean, actually, this is funny. Both of these are exactly the same score, so I absolutely should add a unique hash. Let's see what it does. It did indeed delete one of them. Huh. I wonder which one it deleted. Not that there's two, but you know what I mean? I guess it just deleted the first one. Nice. That works. It works without crashing. This is kind of nice. Anything to do with saving and loading files is always a little frightening. You always imagine it to just break. This is nice. Alright, I guess, wait, did I have a time? We have a ticks. Let's add one that just says, like, time. Timestamp? Hi Tommy, is there a UUID in C++ by default? I understand that UUID is just like a standard bunch of bytes, so I could also just store it like that. Is there a way to generate a UUID? Sadly, no. Because I'd like this, if you had like an online leaderboard, have a unique... I guess I can just make a hash out of the other value and add on the... You finished the Fallout series, Big Poggers. Wait, they released it all at once? They're not as standardized as you might think. I'm aware. They also rely on a random number generator. And there's also, I think it's UILD or something, ULD. I'd never heard of it, but it's a UUID that you can sort chronologically, which is incredible. You can use it for like a snowflake ID. I've never heard of them. They're pretty cool. They literally just shoved the timestamp at the front, so it's still unique. 128-bit. 8 episodes. Oh, it's actually good. They didn't fuck it up. Because there were a lot of like YouTubers who made Fallout like one-offs like a few years ago on YouTube, but they were always alright. That's cool. I'll watch that then. I'll just give it a unique ID. Just a timestamp should be fine. Well, let's just give it a timestamp for now. As long as it's unique, it really doesn't matter what it is. I'll even make it a string. And that'll simplify this. Now it should complain that I haven't created this UID anywhere. I hope. Actually, let's just build. It should tell us everywhere it's failing, because I didn't give it a default value. Really good. You almost gave it a 0 out of 10 because they didn't say the line, but then they added it in the last episode. War never changes. And then you're like, oh, hey boy. Coca-Cola. Oh, hang on, it's allowing that. You can have a struct with no value. How do I... This is non-optional already. How come it's okay with that? C++, you bastard. It worked because it has a default constructor, but I don't want it to construct. I want it to throw a compile time error telling me that it has no value. How do I enforce that? Blame Microsoft. Let's just do this. Whatever. Fine. Does it do its job? Why are you complaining? I don't think it really is. Oh. Why are you complaining? It's not initialized. I think you're wrong. I guess these have default constructors and this doesn't, even though it's just 0 by default. Atheno, maybe? Thank you for the raid. How's it going? What were you up to? Game developer? There's a tag for game developer? Oh shit. What were you developing? That's sick. Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone? Athano? You wear the tag ironically, feels okay, man. How do I get that tag? Doesn't deserve it. Oh my word. What were you lot watching? What were you up to? Were you programming? What were you playing? You know? Drop? No drops here. I mean, I don't know. Does Visual Studio Code have a loot box system yet? I wouldn't put it past Microsoft. We'll see. I need to come up with a way to make a UID here. Sick music. Thank you. It's the Blue Archive soundtrack. I didn't write it myself. I just pirated off YouTube. No, this is an old stream, but it's not as fancy as you think it might be. I think at some point I did have an exclamation mark song command, but like years ago. I had to get a timestamp string. Can I not just do like .time.get millies? No? Alright, yeah, millies for now will be fine. Alright, let's just, I had a utilities somewhere. Game.cpp, just here for now. Generate UID. Yeah, void game generate. Actually, no, we should put it in the utilities. That'll be way too easy. Oh my word. Stir copy timestamp string buffer.data. Oh my word. Can I not just get the millies? It doesn't need to be a fancy timestamp like that. Standard time null pointer. There you go. That looks okay. I'm really surprised there's not something better than that. Ooh. I'm sorry. Let's just put it into our common file. Or maybe utilities. There's nothing else in here. No discard. Line. We'll just do this. Generate UID. Maybe I can have some number of like parameters, you know, whatever. Args. Whatever, we'll leave it like this for now. Can you introduce the game and tech involved and when you want and can? You give me just a moment. Just a moment, I just need it to compile first. I think it may have some issues. We were just working on some serialization. We wanted to be able to save and load scoreboard data and it's whatever. We've just gotten that working now. Here we go. Alright, look, I can introduce. I'll give you my spiel for anyone that's interested. So, I started work on this game during COVID. It's a bullet hell game where you like dodge bullets and stuff. I was working on this over COVID. I probably put like a couple hundred hours into it, but then I paused it for a few years, and then maybe a year or two ago we picked it up again, and this is like a fresh rebuild. So there's I have like an alt channel or on Twitch. You skim around if you want, or Google like WouHou or something. You can see what like the original project looked like. It was a little bit further along than this. But it was very bad. This is nothing fancy, but at least it's a little nicer. Like I've worked as a software engineer now for a lot longer than I did when I originally worked on it. WouHou. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to come up with much, but if you look on YouTube, maybe you see like a woolen sleevelet or something. Came around, I don't know. But I did a lot of VODs, did a lot of streaming, came back to it and thought, good lord, my C++ was awful. And at work, I'm a mobile engineer, so I work with Kotlin and Swift. I don't touch C++. That's what I do at work. I used to do apps, but now it's a little bit more. But yeah, I like C++. I think it's a lot of fun, and I don't get to do C++ at work, although I'd like to. Like, you know, it's a company. They have C++ engineers. It's always useful to know. I actually found it useful the other day at work, so there's good value in it. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing horrifically fancy here, but we have very big plans going on, and everything you see here is a building block, right? Already, like a few streams ago, which honestly could have been a few months ago, who knows? We had, look at this, we got saving and loading and stuff. It's fantastic. Yeah, settings, wow, amazing. We've already got all this content streaming out of a file, so character data, we've now serialized, enemy data, we've serialized, key bindings, the level data. It's cool. We're getting really far. I'd written some special esoteric programming, not really, but like I didn't understand serialization very well last time I worked on this project. So for the file formats, I just made everything up and I wrote my own little parser and everything, and it's impossible to read. Which is half the fun. So this time we're doing it just with JSON. It's a little nicer. Originally we were doing it with SFML, but this rewrite I'm using Donut, who's in chat. He's written a wrapper over SDL2, I think, called libdonut. Viewing profile's a bit generous to call it, but it's cool. So it's what? Donut is in chat. He's written a wrapper over SDL2 and a couple other libraries, like PhysFS. He's there. He's this guy. Yeah, you can have a look. It's quite cool. He's very smart. But essentially, I had a goal, right? I want to get better at C++, but I also want to make my game. I've worked with Unreal like years ago. I did my dissertation in it back when I was a student. I wrote procedural golf. That's on YouTube as well. I made like a procedural. What was it? My hypothesis was some bollocks about procedural generation. So I wrote a bunch of generators and then made a 3D golf game to test them in. But I didn't want to use like a big engine. I wanted to at least live within throwing distance of the graphics library. I find it more fun. I don't know. But also, I don't have that much time. I work full time. I stream other stuff. I have other interests. I've been painting Warhammer lately. Yeah. You can't see him. He's not very well lit, but I'm working on it. So I drew the line at, instead of trying to spend probably like a year or two, because I'm only working on this a few hours a week, you know, spending like a year or half a year working out how to draw a triangle on the GPU to get SDL2 working. I'm making use of Donut's library to trivialize that. So, you know, I've got my textures here, whatever. Nice picture of a bean. And then we have something somewhere called animation repository, whatever. I don't remember where I put it. Render... Oh god, completely forgotten. Render actor system, I think. Yeah. He's got like a little sprite and stuff. It's cool. But yeah, we've been writing all this. It's really good fun as well. The last version 1 of WouHou was a data-driven development thing, so everything was in these big arrays that was iterated over, which was fun. But this time we're doing components. I don't know if it's component-driven development, but it's component-based architecture. It's really cool. So every game object, if you will, they have these components like health or linear motion or movement input, cull zone, a sprite. And you just latch them on. Entity component system, yeah. It's really cool. So, you know, I normally work with object-oriented or a little functional here and there. So this is good fun. This is the Donut framework. Well, he's written a library called libdonut. I guess that includes Entity. Yeah, Entity is a huge... I say huge. It's a very popular library for component stuff. So I can show you if you want the dependencies we've got here. Entity is like the main one. You can have a look at it. But this has a sort of main database, if you like, that holds all of your banger song. It holds all your entities. And then it holds all the entity relations. It's all lovely and speedy. And that's really fun. The way I pause the game is I remove the movement component from everything. Isn't that really cool? Like, I leave the draw sprite on, but I remove like movement and physics, keyboard input. I don't remove animation, so you can see the character there still wobbling. I could delete that. It's cool, right? But yeah. And there's you see that background? This was a shader that we wrote on stream in like over COVID. I was messing around with OpenGL shaders? I don't remember. This was originally a picture of my carpet when I lived in London, which was maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And it's being manipulated in a shader. That's fun as well. All sorts going on. But yeah, we've just gotten file loading and deleting and whatnot on this this working. Look at that. Cool. You can have a leaderboard entry and delete it. And it's saved into a file here somewhere. Data save. Bam. How do you run the shader with SDL so it's not SDL rendered? Donut can probably explain it a little better. For me, it's as simple when using his library. It's as simple as just, I think, yeah, you just send it through his drawing pipeline. In the drawing pipeline, a lot fancier. You know they may do that. You know they may now do that, but on SDL3. I'd ask him. libdonut uses OpenGL directly for all rendering and SDL to create the window and get input and stuff. Okay. It's very fancy stuff. What were you saying? You use just a little bit of Godot. You prefer you're doing your own thing in C++. In like 5 years, it's slowly never ending. How are you enjoying Godot? I saw that Slay the Spire 2 was going to be made with Godot. Which is it's sick. You may steal something, who knows? Yeah, have a look. I'm sure Donut would like more contributor. I mean, I guess I'm sort of a contributor. I haven't made any pull requests. I have done a little peer programming. Technically, I've said, Donut, why is this feature missing? And he said, I didn't want to write it. As long as you follow the MIT license. There you go. I needed to make a custom UID a little better. So I was just checking everywhere. All details view. Let's do this. Generate a UID, new entry. Cool. You're talking more about your own ideas, not just copy pasting. You have your own 2.5D renderer, etc. Oh, that's fantastic. That's really cool. I would like to probe more into the graphics pipeline. Have you watched? Is it Acerola on YouTube? His videos are really interesting. I really like them. I don't know where in my life I'd be able to slot in, because I'm enjoying this quick game development process, right? Let's make a leaderboard today. Let's write a bullet hell. Let's write like some collision detection. Let's do some sprite work. You know, whatever. Let's screw around. And you know, learning a little bit more about the basics of C++. I think if I were to have to sit down and really learn about OpenGL, I wouldn't have any more free time, right? I don't know. You started with the STL rendering system. It was encapsulated in the handmade hero style, so it was easy to swap. Handmade hero style? What's that? By 2.5D, do you mean like Zelda Minish Cap? Or do you mean like a... where it's just 2D but it looks 2.5D and there's some sort of faked depth? Or do you mean like 2.5D as in you have 3D models, but it's... what's the perspective called? Orthographically projected. And you have it up here on Twitch stream. Ah, okay. You have some 3D models here and there, like Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. Ooh, that's cool. Do you have a link or something? Your renderer, or like pictures of it or something? That's really cool. Alright. You can check it on Twitter. Could you post your Twitter? I'll have a look at it. What am I doing? Oh. It's just your name. Okay. Hang on. Oh, it does look like Castlevania. That's so cool. Computing a conservative but 3D objects in a 2D game, so we can do frustum culling. Oh, this is beautiful. You know what this reminds me of? Have you played Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo? You remember the old what's the rendering mode? Like mode 7 or something on the Super Nintendo? Yes. It's reminding me of like Meta Knight's ship or something. I love that stuff. This is really cool. Sky. Yeah, it's the sky. I mean, it's the sky. I guess it's also quite like Smash Brothers-y. That's really cool. How long have you been working on that for? That's like it's quite a huge project, right? It's the Quake 1 texture. Let's go! Fantastic. It's been 5 years. Do you work on it a lot, or do you do what I do, where you work on it and you take a few weeks, maybe a few months, suddenly work on it for like 10 days and then a bit of time off? No, just lately. Fair dues. That's really cool progress. What do you do at work? Are you also in C++ing? You're working more lately. Oh, I need a way to generate the UID, don't I? What did Donut send me? You know what? You took the time to send me this. I'll take the time to copy and paste it from Stack Overflow. Here you go. Why not? Just for you, Donut. I'll use your function inline. Just for you. Not like I wanted to or anything. I mean, I don't need it to be in ISO formatting. It's just needed a number, but that's fine. Why not? You were just a graphics designer. You started programming 7 years ago for fun. Oh yeah. I can see that you stuck sort of to the graphics side of things there, right? Graphics designer. Do you mean like, as in like Wacom tablet graphics designer, or like 3D modeler? Or... I want to learn a bit more Blender. It was the first thing, or one of the first things I ever touched on the computer that's programming related. Donkeys years ago. 3D architecture. Oh, that's sick. Oh, you just copy pasted it from Donut Game. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. Here at A Woolen Sleevelet, we reject AI programming, but we accept stealing from other programmers. Woo. Alright, there's QQQ that one. There's QQQ this one. If I specifically pick this one... Alright, I mean, I don't know how I'm meant to test if this works or not. I guess I can just look at the file. This doesn't have a UID. I'm not serializing it. Oh, dead. Fair enough. Quite rude. Alright, let's try this. It's the same timestamp format used for the scoreboard in that game. Alright. I guess the timestamp is unique enough. My concern if there's two people called who are playing the game at the exact same time. Have a good time? Yeah, thanks for popping in. Have a nice rest of your day. I'm happy that it didn't break even though I added a new element to the leaderboard, Jason. There's just nothing in here, huh? Why do you not exist? Weird seeing it update in real time. Alright, value.uid, why are you never set? Let's check where it's doing save. Save leaderboard entries. Here. We're writing them in. I got that. Where are you being called from? From here. There should be a leaderboard to save. Entry to save. Oh, it's this thing. No. New end. Oh, the game's blocking. Sorry. I'll make it. Forgot it doesn't just shut. I mean, this should just be saving it, huh? Where's the bloody debug button? Here we go. Why didn't that trigger the breakpoint? Entry equals new entry. Oh, can you just do that? Wait, hang on, you can do that even though it's in here? I guess it's not const. This is weird to me. Auto-reference. Being able to modify the thing you're iterating over in a form is very strange. sure. Oh, I guess it's happening here. Like it wasn't overwriting one. New entry has a UUID of blank. Now why? Why? Entries to save. The name is being assigned correctly. Now why is that? Entries to save. There's new entry. New entry name. New entry name, new entry. Oh, here. Well, I can just do this, right? It has a default. I guess this is the issue, yeah. We do this, and we just kill everything, please. Stop. We open in the background, we can open this leaderboard.json. Delete, delete, delete. Oh, I guess it keeps the entries part. Funny. Why is UID still this? It's not a rebinding reference like in Java. Assigning to a reference means assigns to the value at the other end, and assignment is just writing data. So. Now, why is the UID, the ID here still? This is an error that would be easily fixed if the compiler threw a complaint saying that this uninitialized value is still uninitialized. Like it would in other. Ah. Tell me, why is leaderboard entry doing this? Name, name, score, score, tick, tick, UID, UID. I guess I do have to do this. Yeah, it's default initialized, but not to what I wanted it to. I guess I'm still not pulling the score from anywhere, right? Here it is. Hey, there we go. Beautiful. And delete still works. If I want to delete www, it does so. Fantastic. How about we make it so it actually works when you finish playing the game, right? So you play the game, continue, continue. You go here, save and quit. Does it also give you that option? Let me out of here. If I get killed and then hit quit, it doesn't. You actually have to you have to use all your continues before. I should probably fix it. Delete the World Wide Web, you know it. Out of lives, continue or quit? Quit here should definitely take you to the leaderboard screen. Or there should be another option. How about I have continue, quit, and save. Quit to menu and save score. Actually, I don't remember what you do here. Game pause, initialize. Game over? Is it game over? I think so. So I need to save. I need to get the score in game over somehow. Is the score just in the level state somewhere? Does score even exist yet? Maybe not. Level state continues and level. Hey, RNG. I guess I don't yet. Continues is here. Score is here. What else was there? Tick. That's it. Maybe I should have a separate thing for continues used just to start. Greetings, Stinker. Hello, Chris. How are you? You did not get waifu in Genshin. You got man again. Have. Why did you spawn the spooky music? Chris. Why you spawned scary music. Explain yourself. Be good or bad, Have. Oh, it's fucking Briefcase John. I have no idea. I don't remember anything about him. He's a 4-star. I think getting a 4-star is good. What's the current main banner? What's in his briefcase? Yeah, that's unlikely. That's good. It's a new character. I think he's pretty good. Hang on. It's called Paimon. No. Have. I see the briefcase is safe. Do you feed him points? What is it? He's a Bloom driver. He's the on-field unit for Bloom team. So if you want to do Bloom, which is when you use water, grass type. Why does he sound like a Spanish wine? You could try building him. Do you have any 4-star greatswords? Like a Sack or a Favonius? Or... He does AoE Dendro damage and causes Dendro cores to burst. He seems pretty good. Do you have a water character, Chris? He would pair really well. In Genshin, water and grass type is like the strongest explosion for some reason, not like fire and electric or whatever. Water soup. You have a Barbara, right? I'm pretty sure you could combo them somehow, maybe? I don't know. I don't actually know how Barbara works. Try feeding him loops? Maybe. When does level state get reset? I'm gonna track it differently. Because continues used is the number you really care about, and continues remaining is this thing. No refactoring available. You're wrong. Okay, whatever. Actually, I used to have it called continues used, apparently. Oh no, that's here. Never mind. Alright, level state. When are you used? Create the level state. Fine. And then here you create a new one at level start. Got start tick equals something. I need a way to know this. game start called? I'll pass that in. I don't know what type it is. I'm pretty sure it's like a long, but we can change that quite easily. It's a size T. Dude, this music's banging. How do I require someone to initialize a variable? How do I enforce it? And do I have to make a constructor? Like, I want this to throw an error because it's not. No one's specified end tick yet. Constructor's the standard way to do it. Okay. If I want to get the current one, is it tickinfo.processed tick count? The number of ticks since the start of the app. I'm gonna guess. I'm basically just using this to time how long the player was alive for. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's do this then. Game over. C++ is something nicer than this, right? Could be initialized in here. Okay, fine. Okay, that's nicer. It's funny because technically the ticks will keep going up if you pause, so this instantly sends you through when you lose. It probably should show like a death menu. Whatever. This is fine for now. Game over initial as well. It might be better to have a separate tick counter that goes up during gameplay. Oh. I guess I could have a number that as long as the game is in gameplay state, a tick goes up by the number of ticks that have happened. that consistent? If the game has like a big lag spike, people are going to be able to have short times because they have a lag spike. Less ticks. Yeah, it protects against that. Let's work with the registry then. Fine, I'll delete all the work I've just done. Oi, oi, oi. Alright, happens. I don't remember what other work I've done. Show me that's what you want. Yeah, it's literally just like a speedrun timer, basically. I mean, literally the speedrun timer, because the game was going to have like a system where if you beat the enemies, the next wave of enemies would spawn a bit faster, so there is actually a way to get through it fastest. Whether or not that's the most efficient way to get through, I don't know, but I thought it would be fun to track. It's always fun to be able to compare your current score. Fine, we'll need game update. I think in game tick. Systems manager.tick. Every system.tick. How do I add a context variable again? This thing. How do you increment something in context again? Do I have to grab it and then increment it? Or can I do .get? Oh, I can do this. Hang on. Level state dot ticks. And then what do I just do? Plus equals tick info dot process tick count. Oh no, this is since the start of the application. Plus equals 1. It's always up 1 tick, huh? You're certain that that just works. This one. I guess if you were really, really, really slow. I get that we're meant to get, you know, whatever, 64 ticks a second or something, and if they can't run, tick is 1 tick per day. I guess I am capturing ticks. Fine. That's fine. Game over. Systems.game over. Registry.clear. How about before we do that, we do this. Leaderboard entry. Auto entry equals leaderboard entry. Just set some of this stuff. Trailing comma will make it format a lot nicer. Yep. Everything's a size T, huh? A little wasteful, but whatever. I want this to be a copy because we now clear the registry. And then for name entry... How do I... Oh. Name entry. I need to just add some arguments, right? Oh, I've completely forgotten this syntax. There'll be another menu system where I pass in a variable, right? Something like this. You can always use the excuse that arithmetic on size T requires less because it's the native word size. Yeah, let's go with that. Like this. So I want the name entry to match this. Oh, actually, exactly the same way. Alright, this, and that. But you're not called leaderboard entry, you're called new entry. Maybe it's like this. Maybe I just call you all the same thing. How do you feel about that? Oh. You enter. Why is it confused? Dog can... Oh, there's an extra curly brace. Extraneous to me. Oh, it's missing the start? No. How confused. Why are you here? Weird. It should throw an error because I'm calling name entry from the main menu as a test thing. I'm hoping. Ah. Yeah. I just need to copy this. Load name entry menu, and then we do want to move it, probably. Maybe. And then on the main menu it should complain because I'm calling this without a argument. This Start complaining about game start, I think. Best name entry. Oh, sorry, you're an equals. Why are you complaining now? Function does not take 0 argument. That's correct. Think about it. Perhaps you don't like having a curly brace in there. That's understandable. Probably not very comfortable. UID unknown? I guess it doesn't know what a leaderboard entry is. Where's that? Data? Where's data? Hang on, where is leaderboard entry? Is it data? Yeah. Have you tried blaming the compiler? I have. Why are you complaining? File not found. Maybe you need to go back another one. What do you mean it's not directly used? I think it's used right here. Okay. Just think about it. No, really think about it. Why is it complaining? Load name entry menu. Leaderboard entry. You forgot the dot. Yeah. It would have been nice if it could have said that. I guess it didn't. Game start no longer needs this. I knew there was another place I'd missed. Alright, you may be wondering why I have continues remaining and continues used as two different things. You know, maybe I'll have a setting like Touhou where you can choose to start with more continues or less continue. I mean, I know that's, actually no, I think they might have a continue system as lives, but, yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be interesting to at least track it separately in case I want continues to be something that you can gain and lose. I want the leaderboard to show how many you actually had to use in the end. But I think that's what matters more. If that makes sense. Does the character data include live? I guess that's included on, like, health. I should probably track, like, number of player lives lost or something. But whatever. Fine, what am I doing now? I was just saying lots of things. In game over, I have this crap. There was somewhere I needed to do a standard move. Just forget about that forever. Actually, maybe this is already enough. Guess we'll find out. Standard move. Oh. 610. Probably about 10 seconds, right? 0 continues, score and time. I mean, I guess I'm just not drawing these right now. So if I use a wait, hang on, no, that's the thing I meant to do. Continues remaining when x equals 1. 2. Continues use plus plus. Actually, game over should work. Let me actually also have a look at score table. How is the time being drawn? should be... I think it's getting reset somewhere. One. Save score. Continues used 1. Okay, no, that's correct, but... Oh no, the time is going up, it's just kind of hard to read. Alright, I'm guessing that that's fine then. Ideally you want 0 continues as well. I currently have no way for the score to go. The tick counter currently doesn't consider whether the game is paused. I don't think so, it just goes up perpetually. If I pause... Still for a... And then save, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Game. Tick. How was I doing state again? Is that in the systems manager, maybe? Didn't I have like a thing for like if it's paused or not? Just a different type of systems. I didn't have like a label, did I? Do I need to have a component called game running? And the click. Yeah. Yeah, just put it. Doesn't have to be in its own system. Yeah, I could see if there's something that is just in the gameplay. I could put it in. Oh, hang on. Update game state. Oh, no, hang on. I have a game state. I mean, I can just do a Boolean check every tick. I think that's fine, isn't it? Keep life easy. I think that's simple enough. Does the job. Not overthinking it. Hello. Phone. And Chris's phone. Alright, let's just chill for like... Very video gamey now, isn't it? Alright, so this number should be quite large now. We've been waiting for a while. But it's small. So it does seem to be working. Sweet. Look, it takes you straight here as well. Should have some sort of... Maybe I could remove time from... Give you like some benefit. Having a lower time. I can add a number minus time to your... Just to make it so by default slightly better. What's the biggest number? Yeah, what's the biggest number? I'll just use that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus. There you go. I'm sure this won't overflow. Wow. I mean, maybe not. I guess score should be a much larger number than ticks, so... Let's have some score bonus thing. I don't know. We'll come up with something smarter in the future. I don't know. Just pulling this out of my ass, but I'm thinking like, oh, you know, if you complete the game instantly, you just get like, what is this, 1 million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 million. You just get 10 million if you finish the game at a tick. But if the game takes you like a day to finish somehow, then you lose potential score. And it also means all the scores by default start with 10 million, which is kind of nice. I'm okay with the score becoming very large, honestly. I haven't really thought out the leaderboard that much, but I reckon score can be a pretty big number. What's the longest this game could reasonably run? Like 1,000 hours? Or I don't know. Like that doesn't even fit within this number. Let's see how this looks though, because this is going to be the first way you can actually get a score in this game. Look at that. By default, you get this score, and if you're slow, then you get less. Also, that should be at the top of the leaderboard. So my sorting is back to front, I guess, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't remember flipping it. It worked the other day. If I last a little longer, I think maybe, you know, using a continue should put your score down a little bit as well. Maybe another like 10 mil or something. Hang on, am I thinking? 10 million ticks is about 40. Hang on, the score where I used 2 continues. The score should be higher. So I think I've misunderstood this. I want it to be that if let's take. Oh, I guess I should be removing 10 million from the score. So like the base score should be like 10 million. You know. Just to say that there's a baseline. Time bonus is... I don't fucking know. Yeah, you know what? It's just... Just something like this. The size T, is it signed? Is size T signed? Like, can it go -0? Or is that... No, it's unsigned. Ooh. So do I have to actually capture this? How do I calculate that? Like this? I'm gonna, like, for a long time. I should have a nice high score. That looks like a good score. Why is this number larger than this number? Is that allowed? Does that really work? If it underflows, it just, I guess, becomes a massive number. Is that that's the solution here? Oh, I guess you aren't allowed to do that. That's a shame. That not allowed? You have to do O10. That can't be right. That was right, apparently. Okay, sure. Hang on. Yeah, my sorting algorithm's back to front. First zero means zero padding. Oh, it means use this character. It's like how I did this. Right. Okay, that looks right. Probably should stop using QQQ as the name now. Alright, that's the high score. Want to print the ticks as actual seconds, you just multiply it by the tick interval. Yeah, I know. I guess drawing it as seconds might make more sense, but... Yeah, I guess the... I should probably store the time as milliseconds instead of ticks. Although I was thinking of doing... I guess maybe the score should also have like the second, in case I change it in the future. Because eventually this scoreboard thing is going to have like a demo attached to it, and that demo, this can basically act as metadata for the demo. How many ticks to run the simulator at. For now, let's just ignore that. That'll be a job for another day. True. But also it's arcadey to see a big number. Big number is big fun. How do you underscore it now? I'm gonna say that every time you use a continue, you lose 5 million. Wow. 0 score. Makes sense. So just one continue. The score is still existent. Okay. Probably shouldn't be, I don't know if I should be dealing with numbers quite this big yet, but you know, something to think of. I think score should be like twice the size of the buffer. Or maybe I just multiply the time by 1,000. Truncating the last. That makes sense? No, that makes no sense. I divide time by 6. Made up. I haven't come up with a scoring system yet. I'll think of something. It's just here for now, so there's something to exist. Nice practice, anyway. It's nice to have something that simulates a score being pressed. You know? That score's gonna be worthless. Hang on, is the cont just being set to 1? 1 continue? 2 continue? Death. I guess the score is so bad it just doesn't get saved. There. Yeah, the current algorithm's a little aggressive, I guess. Hello, boss. It's oh, 4-letter name as well. Wow. It's follow since, I think, unless Nightbot's been broken. This one. Oh. Amazing. It's disconnected. You can just click on your name. It says you've been following since 2014. Extremely cool. You gotta fix it. Streamer must be logged in. That is almost a decade. How old are you now? 200? Oh, they just want me to make a HTTP request. Alright, I'll look into that some of the time. That's cool. Oh shit, it's way past midnight. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. Oh my word. You just turned 23, so you must have followed when you were 13. Holy shit. Happy birthday. Congratulations on living to your 20s. How do you like how the content of the channel has changed since UGC Gold Highlander POVs to C++ game development? Does it interest you? Alright, yeah, this seems a little nicer. You can use 1 continue and it doesn't tank. I need a nicer way to let people get the flip out of here. I should also, like, once you've saved your score, I should also kill this name entry, because otherwise you can just keep going back saving your score over and over again. That doesn't seem quite right. Alright. How do I do that? Go to main menu? I think I do it in here. Registry.clear, reset menu, main menu, load menus. I guess it just kills and restarts it. You transitioned from TF2 trading to programming, you like it? Hell yeah. Why is your name glowing? Nightbot, Night Dev Developer. Oh, sick. 4-letter name and a developer, glowy name. Fantastic. What have you been up to? What do you do? What do you do these days? Awesome. Try and fix this quickly then. Normally, I think I'm just adding something to the stack. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to save the score and then go to the leaderboard. I guess it's not a command. I probably want to look at aim. This thing. And then when you do save and quit, go to leaderboard menu. which gets called in here. Go to leaderboard. So leaderboard menu. Yeah, okay, it just pushes it. Do I ever want the leaderboard menu to that? I want you to save your score or get kicked there and then pressing escape sync. So I want that. Load leaderboard menu. Where was it? Can I do this? Can I just press reset and then shove them in there? Maybe. I want to oh lord, reset menu. Asset manager, systems manager. I want to do. Do I do that anywhere else? Can I do this? You reckon? Is that allowed? Yeah, it works. You can't save your own score over and over again. Start deleting some of these scores. I guess I could store like every score, but only show the top 10. Because right now I sort them and then delete everything after the 10th one. I suppose there's no harm in keeping all. Hard drive failure from a couple of gaming scores adding up. Realistically. What do you think? I think I should save them because there'll be a demo associated with it. Maybe it'll be nice to have them though. Save what? Right now, I only keep track of the top 10 scores. If you add a new score and it's the 11th, it will replace one of them and knock the 11th off. I'm thinking, why not just keep every score forever and delete it manually? So if you have a top 10 and then you delete one, instead of going down to 9, it pulls in the next top 10. You know? I think that would make more sense. Also, this doesn't really work. I was just getting the first thing that is less than. Let's just do this. It's nice. This way we're always saving it. Just this one here. Whoops. I mean, when it loads and draws, perhaps it should only draw the first. 14. Do I do min again? Stand min. Either leaderboards.size or the number 10, perhaps. I just want to get the first 10. Oh, you actually just have to cast it, so. Wondering about that. Sure. I just have a little fun. Oh, I guess I could also just store it, yeah. I don't know, I think this is... Oh, fine. Go back again. Use my mouse. It's not just one function, there's many functions. I could show between 0 and 10 leaderboard entries, and I need to know that number, because I iterate over and I use that number. I use it because, like, technically the leaderboard entries are created as buttons, and I have to count how many buttons there are, because I also add another one that is returned to main menu. I guess this could be go to main menu, or just say main menu. This naming could be dealt with, I think. Alright, so there should be many leaderboard entries now. If I delete one, it should just shuffle it up. It didn't. I guess after a delete, I need to do another load. When you do a delete, how do I handle that? I have something called, like, to delete. Hang on. Load leaderboard entry. Back, leave, quit, exit, return, go. Yeah, I've got so many, like, mismatches of that. I load the entry. God. When I save, is it still cutting when there's extra? Oh, I need to fix the character. Oh, do I? Is that done? Hang on a moment. Let's just do this. Yeah, the UID will be the same as. Oh, why? Let's do this. Oh, I guess did it delete everything with that? I guess so. Let's just not delete that one. Hang on, how similar are these UUIDs? Are they only to the... Are they to the second? This person's very good. Right, there's like a lot of scores in here now, right? If I delete A... Why does it knock me back down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something is still clamping it at 10. I don't know if I've got that written somewhere. Maybe you saved the displayed entry count. I'm wondering if this is a copy, right? This isn't even a reference, so it's not like I'm accidentally deleting the original. Oh wait, standard move. Doesn't make sense though, I'm not modifying that. I'm just reading from it. I mean, this can be anything, right? Why does it trim itself back down when it saves? Hang on. Oh, I'm stupid. Here it is. I knew I had something in here. It's this thing. There we go. That should fix that. Oh, that shouldn't... I mean, this should just crash, right? You might have forgotten to make your custom find if. No, it's only the UID. It's all it checks. I replaced everything with the UID. So it would just delete the first one, which is what I was originally hoping. Oh, here we go. This is the behavior I was looking for. It's why I was surprised that it seemed to be deleting duplicate. I show something when there's no entries. I guess not. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Could zero everything out. I guess it's funny that it takes so much on. It's just there as an extra. Nice to have something that's... If they're saying that, why is this not sorted? Why did that one not... I think I only do my sort once, right? I think I might close the game. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh. Load leaderboard is. This is being used, sorted, and then somewhere being added to. I guess here I should still sort it again. I mean, the second sort should be much faster than the first sort. Just pop it in here. Can I extract a function? Why not? I bet you could if you really thought about it. Like, really think about it. What if you just really believe in yourself? No? Okay. Fine. Sort. Scores. Entry. I want to do an in-place sort. This should be okay. I want to do an in-out operation. I want to pass it in and then sort it. Or is that stupid? Should I do... Works on this. Then have it return the sorted version. What that is. Only taking one entry. Oh, you're right. Quite late. Make a reference to this array. It's okay for this thing to potentially be sorted. Wait, hang on. Maybe I'm misthinking this. No, I am misthinking this. Okay, it is indeed not needed. It'll always be sorted. Because this is only being used... No, that's not right. I was right originally. Whatever, who cares? This is fine. Doing a comparison on a string. Most of the time this is going to be an order 1 operation because it'll be saved sorted. Oh, that took a hot minute. Oh. Oh, sort entries doesn't exist. Fine. I think I'm okay with that. I think the amount of time it takes to sort through a small list based on a string is relatively nothing compared to loading a file off the operating system. Computers are pretty fast. Do I have the game running somewhere? Why is it not being able to build? There's issues in the linker. Name undefined. Oh, is it an issue in the sorter? Is this problematic? Pass in a reference to a... Only 1 AM. Oh, my mic doesn't even get picked up. Okay. Whatever. Why is it yelling? 1 unresolved externals. Why is the linker failing? Sorry. Unresolved external symbol. Sort entries. Don't understand. Is it because you need to be above? Like you want to be up here? That doesn't make sense. It's in the header. Oh, it's because I didn't give it a special name. Yeah. Alright, here's some leaderboard stuff. Let's use a continue. And then save. It should go in the right spot. And it did. Okay, brilliant. IMHO, that's working now, as intended. It also somehow selected the correct one, which doesn't make any sense. I did that. Try again. Just use a continue. And then last like a second longer. TTT. That was weird. Maybe I pressed down without realizing. Enter menu. Alright, I'm going to end it there then. I think I'm quite happy with the progress today. We've done something to do with loading and saving and deleting scores. You can just delete it. Quite cool. Here's the leaderboard file. You can just like delete stuff. Quite neat. Some other crap, whatever. Some rudimentary stuff to do with actually passing your score through here. Does it save where you are in a menu? No. Oh yeah, look, it's cool. Oh great, right? Anyway, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go rest. Have a nice evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow, probably. Bye-bye.